Hello Joyful Ones, Joan Craig here with Choose Joyful Health, and today I'm going to show you how to make ghee or clarified butter. Now you can also buy ghee at the store, and if you do that, I recommend that you purchase organic ghee. And also when you make ghee, you want to start with organic butter that came from cows that ate grass. So it should be labeled either organic butter or grass-fed butter, things like that. So some of the reasons to consume ghee are that it has a higher smoke point than butter or olive oil. So it's a very good oil or fat to choose when you're cooking at higher temperatures. Another good reason is that when you cook the butter, you're actually going to cook off or cook out, separate out the milk solids. This includes the milk protein, casein. Many people have an intolerance to consuming casein, and sometimes that shows up similar to a lactose intolerance. So another good reason. I like the taste, and I also like that it doesn't have to be refrigerated. But one of my favorite things about ghee in that it's different from some of the other oils that are used in restaurant food or that you can even buy at the grocery store. And one of those differences is that I know how to make it. Meaning, for me to make olive oil, I don't really know how to do that at home. I'd have to have a special press, or for me to make canola oil, I have no way to actually make that at home. So for me, ghee or clarified butter is a 5-star choice because it's close to nature. I can actually imagine the process of that cow being milked and it coming down the line to me in my kitchen. So I hope you enjoy this video and I hope it's helpful. Starting with this Happy Cow butter, which is not labeled organic, but I know the cows are happy and grass-fed. So this is unsalted butter. I have two 2-pound rolls, a total of 4 pounds. You could just start with like 2 sticks if you wanted to start small. You're also going to need a strainer and some cheesecloth and some mason jars. I cut the butter into chunks and it's just melting in the pot. It's on medium heat, so 4 out of 6 on my stove. All right, so the butter all melted and it started to bubble and boil and foam. So now I've turned it down. So again, my stove has a setting that goes up to 6 on the heat, so I turned it down to 1. And some people skim off this foam as they go, but the way I learned to make ghee is actually to just let it do its thing, and eventually the foam turns into solids that settles down to the bottom. So now you can see it's calmed down from now that it's been on low for a while, and it's just cooking. There's like little bubbles coming up from the bottom and the foam is less. Alright, so it has been about an hour and a half, and I forgot to say at the beginning that you need to do this on a day that you can be home for a couple hours. I probably could have it at a higher temperature and to go a little bit faster, but I just try to take it real slow to make sure it doesn't burn. And you can see that the white foam is less, but also the color of the liquid in general is more golden, and it has less of a white creamy color. Also, we can see it's still bubbling, but very gently and slowly. All right, we have another stage with the ghee. You can see the foam has turned more brown. It's kind of brown gold, and then also that it's very easy now to see all the way clear to the bottom of the pan. Now it is still bubbling, so we're going to let it keep on cooking until the bubbling lets off, and soon we're going to see little rusty colored reddish solid bits on the bottom of the pan. So making ghee takes several hours, and usually I just do it when I'm going to be home anyway doing other stuff at the house. But what's interesting is that for a long time it seems like nothing's happening, and you wonder, is it done yet? Is it done yet? And then at the very end you get this little excitement and that it bubbles again. Like, I haven't changed the temperature, but you can see it's bubbling more now than it was before. And this is that final stage before the milk solids drop to the bottom. Okay, now our ghee is pretty much ready because we can see through it really clearly to the bottom of the pan. And you can really also clearly see the reddish brown bits at the bottom. So now we're going to strain it. So I usually do it with cheesecloth, but I just, for today, am trying with the coffee filter. And I have a coffee filter inside my colander and underneath the stainless steel bowl, because you don't want to use glass while it's really, really hot. That might break the glass. So first I strain it into stainless steel, and then I do a second strain into the glass jars. All right, I was kind of winging it with the coffee filter. I wasn't really pleased because you can see how much more milk solids the cheesecloth caught inside the colander. Now, there's still some milk solids that made it through that first strain, so I'm going to strain it again before I put it in the glass jars. Here's my wide mouth jar, and I have also another little mini strainer with cheesecloth in it. So I put that in the sink, and then I'm just going to pour it in. Right, so that's the milk solids that are left. You can see it looks really orangey, and that's what was left in the bottom of the pan. But then look at these beautiful jars of ghee. Now I have a bluish countertop, so you maybe can't tell how golden they are. Just loosely put the caps on. We'll let them cool for a little bit, and then I'll screw the lids on, and they'll be good for, they say, up to 1 year. All right, there's the finished product, and you can use ghee any way that you would use butter or coconut oil on your toast, in your recipes, in your scrambled eggs. Anytime you need to cook with it, it's a good choice. Enjoy!